Welcome everyone to this month's session of Spiritual Questions Answered with CordyKet. If you don't know me, my name is Kat, K-E-T Kat, and I'm the co-founder of CordyKet. So for tonight's podcast for Spiritual Questions Answered, the topic is dangerous and special dreams. Alright, so I'm going to talk about dangerous and special dreams. And if you all have any questions that you would like to ask, or if you think there are cases of special dreams that you have been having and you would like to ask me about it, can you please feel free to type it in the chat, all right, and I will address them. All right, so for tonight's topic, we're generally talking about dreams, and I will separate them into two types. Yeah, the dangerous ones, I think which everyone would need to know more about, and the special ones. So what kind of special dreams can we have? All right, so everyone, you can feel free to chime in. Yeah, you can switch on your mic if you want, or you can just type into the chat box and share what kind of special dreams that you think you will have. All right, so all kinds of dreams, and I'm going to, depending on your feedback, I'm going to park them under special or dangerous. Okay. So, what kind of special dreams can we have? Okay, and is it dangerous? So now, a very common type of special dream would be deceased loved ones or friends. Yes, it's a type of special dream. All right, Rabda says, okay, tsunami. Rabda has been having tsunami dreams. Any other kind of special dreams that you all have been having? There are certain type of dreams that are quite recurrent, and I'll try to address them all based on your questions. If not, I will also be introducing what I think are relevant kind of dangerous and special. So this side will be for dangerous, this one will be for special. Now, how many of you have this type of dreams? Falling, yeah? Okay, change into another person. Do you have a specific, do you have a mitra, this mitra, do you have a specific kind of a change into what kind of person? This happens for some people. Rabda again, jumping off the window, however, going down like climbing downstairs slowly. All right. There are those who have zombie dreams. Jumping off heights. So there are those who have jumping off heights, but safely. Yeah. Edwin, right son. Okay. So we're going to try and cover the special dreams. We're going to talk about it and see whether I can help you interpret certain special kind of dreams that you all may be having, and then I'll also be talking about what kind of dangerous dreams that we have. Eileen shares sitting for exams. How many of you have this type of dream, sitting for exams? I used to have sitting for exams kind of dreams for some time. Who else? Any other kind of special dreams that you all would like to share? Ragda, again, being a leader of a group in another dimension of certain mission and protecting them from any danger. Do you mind sharing what do you mean by in another dimension? All right. Being a leader and protecting um, followers or members in general. But what the for Ragda, it's not just being a leader; it's a part of deference. You mean difference personality? Difference means differ to another person. Very strong and powerful, or different. Very strong and powerful. Okay, well, basically a strong and powerful leader. All right. And Cassandra says creepy amusement park. All right. Creepy amusement park. All right. Crispy amusement park. I will be putting under here. Creepy. Or rather means a different personality from your own personality in this life. Very strong and powerful. Okay. Being chased to harm. All right. So we get dangerous here. Being chased pursued, in danger or harm. Yeah, so I think this would be definitely qualify as a dangerous dreams. Any more? You all have? I'm sure if you are attending this session live, you probably have an idea of what kind of special or dangerous dreams that you might have been having. Maybe we can put it up on the board and then we can discuss it. All right, or maybe there's more or less here. Ragda again. Me too, I was chased by monsters trying to lock my house, protect myself and loved ones. All right, or there will be stuff like monsters. Mitra said change into an ancient lady, okay, becoming a different person. Change into a different person. All right, or um, into another person. How about from past uh, olden times? All right. Yeah, welcome, John. John, do you have any type of dreams that you might be having that you would like me to share or discuss? Either dangerous or special. So this side is special dreams. This side is dangerous dreams. If you have, feel free to type in the chat, and then I'll try to include on the board, and we will have a general discussion about such dreams. Okay. This is the one tsunami falling, changing with another person, zombie, flying, jumping off heights safely, bright sun, sitting for exams, being a leader, protecting followers. Anyone have flying dreams? Anyone? Ability to fly, yes? Okay, flying dreams is a special. Quite a few there. Mitra, Ragda. carrying my sister on back. Alright, flying. Okay, dreams. What other kind of special dreams that you all might have had? Disease, love, life, because dream interpretation, of course, there'll be many different types of dreams, yeah. So whatever I can cover, I can only cover those who are asking here. John, table full of food. I want to eat, then go off to do something. When I come back, I never get to eat the food as I woke up. All right. I'm going to put park under here. All right. This actually can be potentially dangerous. All right. Food offered or forced is a type of dangerous dreams. Rauda says messages from dead people. Okay. All right. Any more interesting? Keep it going. Any more special dreams? All right. John have a very interesting one. Eating poop and enjoying it. Again, John, I'm in a Counter-Strike shooting game, chasing after people and shooting for the win. Okay. In games. See, I think we can fill this up a bit more. In game scenario. Weird. Every time when I have a nightmare to do with ghosts or demons, I'm always falling into the abyss first before the dream starts. Falling into the abyss. Falling into abyss, and then after that, followed by ghosts and ghosts of demons. That's what you mentioned. So this will be like a dangerous dream. Oh. All right. Fine. Having some duster problems. Okay. Finally, one of the dangerous dreams I'm looking. Being a lover of a desirable person. This is actually under dangerous dream. Ragda got attacked by a family member and family member looked like a monster. Okay. Attacked by loved one. Who is monster. Alright, so there's quite a lot. So if you've got any other type of dangerous or dreams that you might be having, feel free to type in the chat, alright, and I'll try to park it under. So this side will be special, and this side will be dangerous. Okay, we've come up with a lot of special, and filling up the dangerous. Alright, someone just joined in. So if you've been having special dreams, feel free to type in the type of special dreams you might have been having. And I'll try to put under it either this special column or dangerous column, and we're going to talk about all these special dreams, yeah? So, and special and separately, other than just special, there are special and dangerous kind of dreams. So let's talk about the special dreams first. Okay, the first one that I mentioned, I started the ball off rolling, is dreaming about deceased loved ones or friends. Alright, and this one is kind of linked to getting messages from the dead. And I actually had I think I had a separate talk that I talked about this, you know, how, I can't remember the talk by the name of the talk, but I did mention that some people, right, they tend to have this type of special dreams, and they kind of know, or they actually talk to their deceased loved ones or friends, or they're getting messages from the dead, and they know they're actually talking to the spirits of the deceased. All right. So when this type of thing occurs, right, you have to differentiate. We have to differentiate what kind of spirit are we talking to. All right. Let me try and find the talk so that I don't have to waste time on today's session talking about this, because I actually covered the topic before. Let me see what's the. Let me just check. Yeah, don't mind. Maybe I'll just pause the recording. Don't waste everyone's time. All right, we are back. So actually, I found the name of the podcast. All right. So under our YouTube channel, so our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CordyKet, and under this there are many playlists, and one of the playlists is our spiritual questions answered podcast. There's a video, the spiritual questions answered, whereby we address this thing. All right. For this, which is how to tell if a spirit is good, evil, or harmless. Okay, so if any one of you are having these type of dreams whereby you're getting messages from deceased loved ones and friends, or messages from the dead, it's good for you to watch that video so that you learn how to tell whether the spirit is good, evil, or harmless. All right, because sometimes it is really, sometimes it is really the spirit of the loved ones. Sometimes it may not be. All right, so if you can watch the video, so I will not have to address this now. One of the most important things that we are going to cover is, firstly, there are real special dreams, and some dreams are not necessarily special. So there are different reasons why we dream. Yeah. So, and sometimes, so a lot, I would say maybe for a lot of people, a lot of times people dream because it's a way for the brain to unwind. Yeah, our brain is unwinding and we get dreams. And so our brain, our mind can go through whatever has been happening or things that have been bothering us, and then it tries to pay it back and unwind, and we may experience it in our dreams. Now, what I'm trying to cover is some dreams are special and they may carry a message, a real message. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about, the possibility that some of these dreams may actually have a message. All right, and if you have certain dreams, now it may or may not be one with a real message, so you need to differentiate. And for most people, it is very difficult to tell. All right, it's very difficult to tell. But if it happens to be one with a real message, these are I'm going to share with you based on what you have asked. What are roughly the messages behind the dreams? Okay, so one, tsunami. Now, so for example, if you went to bed after watching a movie on the tsunami, right? There are quite a few movies and series that are made based on the great tsunami that happened some time back. Yeah, the one that originated from Aceh, Indonesia. Yeah. Now, if you happen to watch a movie and then you have a dream about tsunami, then it's no big deal. It probably doesn't mean that it has a real message there. Okay, so no real message. Or if you have watched the movie, or if you have your own real trauma of course, if you have a real trauma of being in a tsunami, or you've seen the devastation of a tsunami firsthand, there may be no special message. All right, if the message is just that you have some trauma, you have some unease inside internally which you have not processed. But let's say for a large majority of people, you have never experienced a tsunami, been to the site of tsunami or anything. What does it mean when you have a tsunami dream? And if it happens to be a dream that gives you, the vibes. Now, usually, right? Usually, let me talk about dreams that really have a real message. All right. Usually, how to identify, but it is by no means exhaustive. It's by no means exhaustive. But usually, if there's a real message, you really get it feels very real. All right. It will feel very real. It will feel very real. All right. And you will get a sense of urgency. Or even anxiety, depending on the situation. A real sense. All right, these are some of it. Now, usually this is not very exhaustive. There's no real way of proving it, and we'll talk about how can we try to verify whether is it really a dream with a message. All right, and Ragnar mentioned, so another type of a dangerous dream, all right, is repeated in many dreams and in trying to run or protect myself before it gets closer. All right. Running away from danger. Right, it's very linked to being chased, pursued. But for Ragnar, you have repeated. Now, in some type of these real messages, sometimes, not always, all right, if it's real message, it can be repeated, but not necessary. Not necessary. But if it's repeated, it's trying to bring it to your attention. Okay. And Coral, I used to have tsunami dreams all the time. Okay. So we're going to talk about tsunami dreams. So first of all, let's try and differentiate those real messages from not real. Yeah. Again, if it's very linked to your daily life, all right, something that happened that you did in your daily life, probably is not one of those special dreams with a real message for you. All right, or if it's linked to your own trauma, then it has a message in the sense that it's trying to tell you, your brain or mind is trying to tell you that you have a trauma, that you need to address it, you need to process it, you need to come to terms with it. Okay, but what we're trying to do is there are a lot of special dreams that people have, and they can have a real meaning. Okay, and I'm trying to interpret. Okay, so first one, so we talk about this disease, and those ones, please go and check out the video. All right, how to tell whether spirits are good, evil, or harmless. Okay, now tsunami. Usually, when you have such a dream, and if it's a real message with the dream for you, it's trying to indicate something is coming. Something big is coming. All right, something really big, and it's something negative, right? And if you're getting a dream, it's trying to warn you to be prepared, obviously. So our brain, our mind, right, is capable of kind of intuition, all right, and even know things about the future. And our brain or mind is trying to warn us, or maybe for those of you who believe in the spiritual, all right, some of us are very connected to the spiritual realms, right? Or the spirits are trying to warn us, and they may come to us in the dream and give us a message. So tsunami can mean that danger, very huge impending danger is coming. Yeah, all right, and let's say you do believe, good. Okay, now falling. Falling is a very common, common type of dream, and if you have this type of falling dreams, it is a message that is indicative of your current or your past or impending situation, whereby you feel that you will end up in, you are in a situation, or you are going into a situation that is not good, and you have no control. You have no control over. So it's kind of like, so, and it will let you feel like as if you're falling, and of course I'm talking about the negative kind of falling, whereby you feel as if you're falling and there's nothing you can do. And normally, along with these dreams, there's a sense of helplessness, right? And that is usually very indicative for people who are in situations whereby they themselves are helpless and they feel like they can do nothing. They're just falling and falling, right? And into deeper and deeper trouble or something like that. Vimala saying the house is surrounded by flood water, but the water doesn't get in. All right. Vimala say it's surrounded by flood, but water can't get in. Surrounded by flood, but safe. All right. Okay. So we addressed the falling dreams. Now the next one, change into another person. Now quite a lot of people have this type of dreams about you change in another person. Now firstly, let's qualify this type of dreams first. Now, are you the kind of person who like to daydream, who like to imagine yourself as some other person, or playing out a certain fantasy or role, or if you like to watch movies about the past or some kind of special fantasy, science fiction, or periodic drama? Those of you know periodic drama, like go back into China, ancient Japan, or ancient England, or wherever. If you have a tendency to like those, and you have this type of dreams, then nothing very special, all right? Because that's who you are, and that's your inclination. So, and your mind is just playing out that fantasy of yours, all right, when you are sleeping. So it's no big deal. But if you're not, and you change in another person, and typically from past or olden times, now it can be, but not necessarily. Some people may be reliving some past life, maybe, but we need to see how can we verify. A big question that we're going to ask is, how can we verify later? How can we verify? And under danger, later we're going to talk about how can we prevent. All right, we're going to cover all this. So now the next one, zombie. Now zombie can be linked to this. So some people watch a lot of zombie movies, nowadays the zombie movies and zombie dramas has become a new genre in the past 10, 20 years. Right? I think in the past 10 or 20 years, suddenly there's this huge genre of zombie movies and zombie dramas, and it seems that some people really love it, and if you are one of those who love it and you're having a zombie dream, no big deal. But otherwise, if you're really dreaming about zombie, and a zombie is being linked to being, you're being chased by and pursued in danger, or whether it's the monsters or you're running away from danger, All this will be under dangerous, and I will talk about dangerous dreams later. Okay? Like Rabda said repeatedly in different scenarios, referring to the change in another person from past olden times. So some of you can be very connected spiritually. All right. Now, so under this situation, you can either be experiencing your past lives, or you can be experiencing really deceased spirits giving you their experiences or trying to pass a message to you. Yeah. So it can be this can be past life, or can also be the deceased communicating with you, or communicating with you by letting you relive part of their lives. Now, the other one, the next one, special dream, jumping off heights safely. Anyone care to guess what does this mean? If it's one with a real message, what does it mean? All right, if you have this type of dreams, jumping off heights safely is asking you to take a leap of faith. Make sense? It's asking you to take a leap of faith. Maybe you're going through something in life, right? And it feels dangerous. It feels risky. Maybe it's a business decision, or maybe it's a relationship decision. You're not sure whether you want to open your mouth and ask him out or ask her out. And then in the dream, it's like, just jump off and you'll be all right. All right, it's trying to pass you a message. Okay. Edwin quietly try to move out silently behind a car with Tiger in front of the car. Then there is a driver inside. Quietly try to move out silently behind a car with Tiger in front of the car. There is a driver inside the car. All right. Let's try to address that one later for Edwin. Okay. Then the next one, bright sun. Now, some people actually experience a very bright sun or very bright light inside the dream. I'm not sure who mentioned this bright sun one, but there's a type of bright sun or bright light dreams that can be very special, can be very good. All right, and you may be experiencing, good spirits or the divine beings when you experience this. But I will like to tell you all to take note of your emotions. All right, take note of your emotions. Emotions are very important. Take note of your emotions. Now, so for example, some people will experience bright light or bright sun in their dreams. Now, it can be very positive, or it can be under a dangerous category. So now, that's why I ask you to take note of your emotions, because now, if you are encountering something that's very positive, like a divine being, a god, a deity, all right, that is good, that's benevolent, then emotionally you will feel very good, or you will feel very emotional, but it's a good sense. You may be crying because you feel love, you feel compassion so great that you cry uncontrollably, all right, and that will be more the divine kind. But there's, on the other side, there are entities or evil spirits. They can appear as the bright sun or bright light. Or, I give a classic example. There are people who dream of alien abduction. All right, and of course, in the alien abduction, they will see a UFO with very bright light or bright sun. All right, and that is no good. All right, alien abduction, even if they are friendly, I would say is practically almost never good. All right, alien abduction. And especially aliens, all right? Anything about aliens, if you're dreaming of them, in general, they are no good. Even if they talk to you, they approach you and they're very friendly, all right? They take you around the world and everything, they're actually no good, all right? And there's a reason for that. If they are really aliens and if they're really good aliens, all right, they are not supposed to make contact with our civilization, which is considered very backward. We are considered very backward because we have not discovered space flight or space interstellar communications yet. We are considered backward. So Those anyone know Star Trek? Star Trek, there is this prime directive. Anyone watch Star Trek? So there's actually something like prime directive governing the good aliens or the good galactics. Right? Basically, if you are belong to the good guys, you are not to interfere, not to intervene, and not to reveal yourself to any civilization that are very backwards, especially when they have no space flight or space communications. They follow the prime directive, which is very important. Yeah? You're not supposed to influence the decision or the way another civilization goes. So if you're dreaming of aliens and all those, in general, it's no good. Yeah. So that was spin off from Bright Sun. So Bright Sun, you need to take note of your emotions. Now, sitting for exams. Many people have that kind of dreams, including myself. All right, and now usually this is not really a special message for most people, because many of us have exam anxiety. Yeah, most of us have exam anxiety. How many here always ace their exams? There are not many people who always ace their exams. Yeah, and most of us have exam anxiety. And so this exam anxiety is something that we hold on, right, from our childhood. I mean, I'm assuming everyone here are adults. All right, so even myself, I was quite decent in studies, but there's a period when I was in my university, I wasn't so good. All right, and I failed quite a number of papers miserably. All right, I remember I failed this paper because I just couldn't do it, and I ended up sitting in the exam hall, and because I couldn't answer most of the questions, I ended up writing a poem. I wrote a poem on my exam paper, and very nicely, after the exam, the examiner, he's a very nice man. All right, I remember his name. He's Dr. Yap. Thermodynamics. The paper was thermodynamics, and he called me up to his office. He requested to see me. All right, and he was very nice. He asked me, "Am I okay? I saw your exam paper. You didn't do well, and I read the poem, and I was just I was in a very bad shape emotionally and mentally, and so I failed the paper, and I wrote a poem, and he reached out to me, and that was very nice of him. So I digress, but many people have this type of exam anxiety, and many people will continue to have exam dreams. All right, especially if you have something big coming up. But there can be some kind of special dream whereby there is a real message. There is a real message. All right, and the real message is very linked to exams. It's like trying to tell us that something big is about to happen, and that we are going to get tested. We are going to get tested, like exam. You're going to get examined. You're going to get tested by something big that's going to happen in your life, and how you deal with the challenge in real life, which is impending, will determine the outcome of your future. So it's kind of warning us, telling us to be prepared. So usually being prepared means, if you ask me, very important is mentally and emotionally. Yeah, mentally and emotionally. And for some people, maybe financially. Okay, you all keep typing. Let me try and run through this list first. Now, being a leader and protecting followers. Now, this is also something that's true. Now, for some people, they will get these recurrent dreams. All right. For some people, when you get these recurrent dreams whereby you're a leader and protecting followers, and this one I believe was Ragda mentioned, when you be some tall, some kind of powerful person, like as if you're from another dimension. Now, people who have this type of dreams, is trying to tell you that you have a special role this life. All right, you're not born to do small. You're not born into a meaningless 9 to 5 rat race, just work, eat, sleep, that kind of existence. No, you are born to do something great. You're born to be a leader. You're born to save people, to protect people, to help people to make a change. All right. So if you have this type of dreams, and if it's a special one with a real message, that is what the message is about. And this is also very linked to flying. So a lot of people will have flying dreams. Now, if you tend to have flying dreams, it's also very linked to this. But flying dreams have two types. So it's either you are meant for great things this life, you are meant to fly. All right, you're meant to fly. Or you have, maybe your childhood favorite superhero is Superman, and you tend to daydream that kind of thing. All right, so if you don't have that kind of daydream wanting to be Superman or any of the superheroes that can fly, if you're having this type of flying dreams, something is trying to tell you that you are meant for greater things. All right, you can be meant for greater things. And I used to have, very memorable flying dreams, very memorable. And so much so that I wake up, it's like, wow, that was so nice. I could literally feel myself. I can just spring up and then I'll float and I'll be able to fly. And I remember my own scenario, and usually it's kind of like superheroish, not really superheroish, but I'll be flying, and usually there's also be some monsters involved, and trying to deal with them. So some people, you may have that kind of dreams, and usually it means that you're meant for greater deeds. Yeah. So messages for death is covered already. Eating poop and enjoying it. So this one is very interesting. This one is from John. Now, if it's a real message, or if it's a real dream with message, it's trying to tell you are in a situation whereby you are, analogous or metaphorical, that you are eating poop and you're enjoying it. That means maybe the kind of activity that you're doing, right, is no good for you. The kind of activity you're doing is no good for you, or the things that you're consuming. So this is eating poop is signifying consumption. But consumption, not necessarily eating. It's not about what you're eating in life is not good for you. It can be whatever you're doing. Your activities, your daily activities may not be good for you. Or, it can be consumption of your mass media, your Facebook, social media and all that, or your Netflix, TV, YouTube's, whatever you're consuming, or the books that you're reading. Those are not good for you, and you need to stop it. All right? It's just that it's trying to tell you that, hey, you're enjoying it. Your dream is trying to tell you, your brain, mind, or the spirits are trying to tell you, hey, you're actually eating, you're consuming. Whatever you're consuming is shit. All right? It's poop. And you're enjoying it, but you should not be enjoying it because it's bad for you. So you're getting a warning. Okay? So the other type of special message is in games. What was the situation? So it can be competitive games, or whatever kind of scenario, like John was mentioning, like Counter-Strike and your game. Now, if you're a gamer, then it's normal. Right? Some people are gamer, they play, they play a lot of like PC or computer games or whatever games, then it's okay. But if you're not a person who play a lot of games, then you're going to see the situation in the games. It's trying to relate to your life. Are you winning? Are you losing? Yeah, that kind of scenario. So you're going to see what is the scenario like that you're getting in your dream. Now, this one I believe was Vimala, surrounded by flood but safe. So this is kind of telling you, okay, you are in a dangerous situation, but be assured everything is okay. In general, it'll be okay. All right. Now, this can be generally a good message, right? Maybe from the good spirits, or they're trying to tell you, yes, you are in a dangerous situation, but you're safe. But conversely, it can be a bad dream. It could be a dream that's given by the bad side, the bad spirits. They have got you, they're surrounding you, but they're trying to tell you that, hey, don't worry. You may feel that you're not safe, but you're actually safe. So you need to kind of know who is giving you the dreams, yeah? Okay, let me go through a few more that you all have typed out here. Many years ago when I was in a relationship with this guy, I dreamt that I walked into a house and went down to the basement, but the basement didn't have any walls. That is too specific, all right? That is too specific, and to really find out, I would probably need to have a private session with you, but I think it's not important. It's a very long ago. And if you're mentioning about basement not having any walls, I think it's quite normal for a lot of basements not to have any walls, or depending on what kind of homes they are. But some basement they have oh no, it didn't have any walls, not windows. I interpreted it wrongly, but basement didn't have any walls. All right, then it sounds like it's a bad dream, yeah, because you're going down, and it's like going down to darkness, right? Unlimited darkness. So you got to beware of something like that. Coral says, when I was a teenager, I had a dream that I was someone else, but it really felt like me. And I remember the room being warm and red in color because of all the rugs and curtains. If I can overshare, it seemed like I was in a forbidden love situation because I and the person with me had to be discreet. It seemed the consequences would be severe. The dream itself, I remember, was pleasant aside from the fact that in the end I still died because of it. Ever since then, I wondered if this was a past life or something. Now, it could be. All right, it could be. Ragda, when I was carrying my sister on my back, I assumed that's the one where we were flying. Whenever I felt weak, I couldn't continue flying. I closed my eyes and imagined I can, and I started to fly again, stronger. All right, good. So if you actually are able to do that, that's a good scenario, all right, flying. So we've covered this type of special dreams, and let me just go through some of these dangerous dreams, and maybe I'll cover a little bit more. Now, creepy amusement park. If you are in a creepy amusement park, now again the caveat is if you're not one of those who have trauma from amusement park, or you went to amusement park and there's normally a haunted house, right? And some people may get trauma or being very scared, and they have some trauma from that kind of experience. If you don't have that, but you dream and you have a lot of dreams about creepy amusement park, it's trying to tell you you may be in a situation that is bad for you and creepy. All right. Now, a lot of these are dangerous dreams. Okay, I will share. All right. Why do I classify it? Because a lot of them will typically involve. They can be an element of danger. All right, and danger can also come from, all right, evil spirits. All right. So it can be you're in a situation whereby there are evil spirits, and for those who have this type of dreams, right, you may find, especially if you yourself are a person who's energy sensitive or spiritually sensitive, and you're getting these type of dreams, it can be a message to tell you of danger from evil spirits. Yeah. So it's the same. So now, if you get any of these dreams, you're energy sensitive, you're spiritually sensitive, if you can see or feel spirits, it's trying to tell you there may be danger, and it may be evil spirits or some other form of danger, and you need to take note. Especially when there's monsters or being chased and pursued, but you can't see whatever it is, right? It's a very typical type. Running away from danger, all this, they come, right? It's your brain, mind, or the good spirits are trying to warn you. There may be some evil spirits trying to come after you, especially if you are one of those who are energy and spiritually sensitive, right? You know who you are. Yeah, you can see things, feel things, hear things, and you know spirits are for real. If you're having these type of dreams, you need to take note. So now, so falling into the abyss. So this is by Will. Will took note that typically before he have these nightmares whereby there are ghosts and demons and I guess monsters and all this, you will feel there's this special feeling of falling into the abyss. Alright, this is quite special. Now some of you may notice this. If you get this type of sensation, it's a little bit more dangerous, right? Especially if you're one of those, again, you are energy sensitive. Yeah, and Will is one, and spiritually sensitive. Now, this falling into abyss is actually a sense of entities having invaded your dream and pulling you from your own dream world into kind of like the dream world, your dream world that is controlled or manipulated by them. So you kind of feel that you are sinking, but you're not falling into safety, you're falling into a dream realm or dream world whereby they have to say, all right, they have more power there, and that's when you have all these, you experience all these ghosts and demons. So this falling into this, it can be a sensation that is indicative that you are entering a dream realm whereby it is the evil spirits that have more mastery over instead of you. But you can actually exert some mastery, yeah? Now, this is very important. Food offered or forced. All right, food offered or forced in the dream is a dangerous dream. All right, now for a lot of people, evil spirits can try to harm people, but they may not be able to get you while you are awake. All right, you may be spiritually strong, or you may be a very good person, so they cannot get you. So what happens is the spirits will try to enter the dream world to get you, and they get you for in a few ways. All right, so these are the dangerous kind of dreams. So for example, so in your, especially those of you who are spiritually and energetically sensitive, yeah. So if they cannot get you when you're awake, they will try these means. They will offer you food, or they try to force food to you. Now the whole idea is, if you accept this food is a metaphor for bad energy. Bad energy, if you accept it or you take it in the dream, you are taking negative energy inside you. All right, and it can be a metaphor for accepting them into you. Because the evil spirits can't get to you, but if you accept something from them in the dream, you are taking them into you, and then after that, they have entered your body or your space. So for those of you who've been experiencing spirits and everything, you may notice they cannot get near. But after you have this type of dream where they offer you and you take the food, you'll notice that they are able to come very near you, or something has entered your body. Because what happens in the dream, all right, it can reflect in your waking life. So one of the tricks they do is offer you food. Now, the next one, which is they will use, is here. So for some people, some people like to eat. If you like to eat, the spirits will come and offer you food. Of course, for many people, right? Many of us, we enjoy good sex, yeah, and you may fantasize about somebody. So what can happen is they want to get you, so they are going to come into your dream as someone who is very desirable to you. It may be someone you fantasize about, famous artist, actor, actress, or model, superstar, whatever. All right, it's your fantasy person, fantasy lover, and they know who is your fantasy lover. They will come in your dream, and if you are a lover with that, you will notice that. So typically over here, you become very drained. Or you notice if you become a lover of a desirable person, if it happens. Also, of course, there are those which are. Of course, there are people who really have this type of dreams and it's not dangerous, there's no evil spirits involved, yeah? But there are those that whereby evil spirits involved, and if the evil spirits are masquerading as a desirable person, you will feel drained, and if formerly you notice that your energy are good and now your energy levels are very low, and you become emotional, negative emotionally. So actually emotions are a very big indicator, yeah? When if your emotions are negative, it indicates something is wrong. All right. So, of course, those of you who are more trained, you can sense your own light, your own aura, your own whether your own energies are positive or not. Then those are very reliable. Otherwise, for most normal people, please observe your own emotional, all right, and mental states. Yeah, if your emotional and mental states become negative, something is wrong. All right, especially if you have any of these dangerous stuff happening. So they will come offer food. Lover. Now, an advanced version of this lover one, all right, is marriage. All right, and it can even be forced marriage. So I'm going to tell you about this story of there's an author. Um, there's an author. So I remember this particular story because this author wrote her memoir of being a victim of demonic possession around the same time as when Cordelia was supposed to publish her own memoir about being possessed, right? Those of you, if you know us, yeah, Cordelia actually published a memoir, all right? Cordelia published a book called Possessed from Darkness to Light, Possessed from Darkness to Light by Cordelia Lee, yeah, Cordelia Lee. It's available at Amazon. Now, I remember this other story because I was the one editing for Cordelia and helping her get the book published. Around the same time, there was another book that came out. Okay, and the book's title is called Saving Mary, like Mother Mary, Mary. All right. So in Saving Mary, the author talked of her experience. Now, I didn't read the full book. I read the summary and the gist of it. So basically, what happened? The author is Deirdre something. So Deirdre Havelock or something like that. Yeah, but the title is Saving Mary. So she was relating, and when she was much younger, she had a dream whereby she was forced into marriage with a demon, a very powerful demon. All right, and not just a demon, but supposedly the leader of the demons, or I'm trying not to say the name. She was forced into marriage, and she had no choice but to agree. Right? I think she could say no, but she was really being forced in the dream. And after she agreed to being married to the very powerful demon, very famous demon, all right, her life went downhill and her possession went crazy. All right, so now, this is a very dangerous situation. Which I'm trying to help everyone understand now. This being lover and this marriage thing is a very dangerous situation in particular. Isn't it possibly even more dangerous than the food thing, especially when you enter into marriage. So what's happening is this. Now, there are good spirits and evil spirits. Yeah, and the good spirits are trying to protect us. But if we enter into a relationship or a contract with the evil spirits, the good spirits cannot intervene until you renounce it, until you drop it, or until you kind of cancel it, get it cancelled. Because like the marriage will be binding, and then the good spirits cannot take any action because you chose to marry something dark, all right? And now they can't do anything to protect you because you have entered into the binding contract, like this marriage with the evil spirit. So if any sort of this type of things happen and you notice your life is getting worse and worse, your mental emotional state is becoming very bad and you're experiencing a lot of negativity, please go and find someone who knows how to deal with all these things. Yeah. And we do this type of work. If you are interested, if you can contact us, we can see how to help you. And normally I do international cases. All right, so please be mindful. So this is actually a very dangerous situation, because if you get into this situation, just like the author said, all right, you can read the book called Saving Mary. All right, Saving Mary. They will try to get you this way. Cordelia didn't mention it in her book, but I think they also tried this. They also tried to do this to her. All right, get her to become come in the form of dream lover and all this. This is very standard. This is very standard. I've been doing a lot of cases, and this one of the standard things that they try to get you by. They try to have a relationship with you, and after that, it's downhill. Okay. Now, what other kind of dangerous dreams that you all have mentioned? Now, attacked by a loved one who is a monster. Now, if you're having this type of dream, and this one is, if I'm not wrong, is Ragda. Now, I think Ragda, now I think you are a person who, you're energy sensitive, you're very psychic. And if you have this type of dream, and if there's one with special message, All right, not everyone is special message, but for you, it will be one that is special message. Now, if the special message is, there are two scenarios. One, the message comes from the good spirits. If the message coming from good spirits, they're trying to tell you that your loved one may be possessed, or they may be, evil spirits with the loved one. But it can also come from the evil spirits. The evil spirits may be trying to spread distrust. It's trying to make you think your loved one is a monster. So it depends what kind of spirits are with you. All right, if you are having these kind of dreams, and if these are special dreams whereby they're coming from spirits, it depends whether they're coming from good spirit or bad spirit. If it comes from a good spirit, the good spirit is trying to tell you that loved one has some kind of bad spirit with them. If it's coming from an evil spirit, the evil spirit is trying to cause problems between you and this person. Yeah? And aliens I mentioned, yeah, again, any dreams with aliens, generally no good. The aliens are all up to no good. Because good aliens are not supposed to make contact. There is a prime directive. You can Google it. Prime directive. It's mentioned in Star Trek, but it's a real thing. Okay, let me go through some others. Quite a number of messages. Vimala, another day still with the same guy. I dreamt that I flew to a beautiful grand house. I walked about in the house. I heard the laughter of a young girl. I looked for the girl, but suddenly there was an obstruction and the laughter of the young girl was gone. I told the dream to that guy. In a quiet way, we both felt that our relationship would not be purposeful, and that was when we decided to go our separate ways. Of my own personal understanding of the dream, I felt that it meant that I should have a child with him. I might not be able to be with her or meet her freely. All right. So now, if it's very specific kind of dream, I will need to have a separate session with you to interpret it. But it's not necessary because this happened in the past and there's no need to pursue it. Yeah. So we're trying to cover generic kind of special dreams whereby people have generic dreams, and I'm trying to help give a generic kind of interpretation so that if you encounter this, you kind of know roughly what it may mean. Now, Evan is saying how to prevent having dangerous dreams or special dreams. Yeah, so we'll talk about prevention and listening verification letter. Let me run through all the messages. Yeah, Stephanie said having lunch with Cordelia and her spirit guide. All right, now those of you who dream of us, yeah, so some of you are learning energy, spirituality from us, and you really trust us. Now, seeing us in your dream, firstly, does not mean that you're seeing Cordelia or myself. I state it for public record. Cordelia and myself will never purposely come to you in the dream to give you a message. All right, if I know you personally, I will give you a message in earthly means. Let me send you a message via a messaging app like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or any kind of message. If we know you personally, we are not going to come to you in the dream. All right. If you see us in the dream, very likely some evil spirits trying to masquerade us and trying to trick you. Yeah. So all this may trick you to have some food, for example. Okay. So for the record, yeah. So we will not pass you a message in the dream or in spirit form. That is not our way. It is very ungrounded. All right. Some spiritual masters, they like to say they do things like that, but that's not our way. If it's nighttime, it's sleeping. Sleeping means sleep. We need our sleep, and we're not going to go gallivanting in the dream and go and visit people and pass the message. All right. John said, "What happened if we are the one chasing the monsters? I am being enticed to chase after these. Am I being enticed to chase after these monsters by evil entities?" Now, if you are supposed to chase after monsters, it depends. Yeah. So now I said, now some of you may be people who are born with special roles. You are maybe born to be a leader, to protect people, or you may be born to right the injustice of this world. You may be trying to get rid of the bad stuff. All right. Now, so later what we need to do is try to verify these messages. So John, if you're doing that, so for John, you may have a special purpose. You may be meant to be a light worker to deal with evil spirits, that kind of thing. All right. So I doubt evil spirits will try to get you to chase them. All right. The last thing they want is for us to chase them. Stephanie, shot by arrows few times and see my aura diminishing. All right. So Stephanie is having one of those dangerous dreams, and the mind is trying to tell her that your aura, your light is being attacked by evil spirits. All right, and your protection is being diminished. It's trying to warn you that you need to strengthen your light, your aura. Ramda said, I read her book. she is not okay mentally. So Radha, I suppose you mean the other Havelock, right? Saving Mary, is that? And trying to attack me emotionally. I'm talking about my sister, that mentality not okay. Oh, okay. So it's a sister that's not okay. All right, then maybe there's the one who you dream of. Then yeah, if a person is not mentally and emotionally positive, they're very negative. All right, then this one maybe the dream is trying to tell you as it is. There may be some things with the person. Right, some a lot of people, when they are affected by evil spirits, they are affected mentally and emotionally. They become negative mentally and emotionally. So this is one of the ways to tell whether a person is affected. Yeah, it's by no means exhaustive, right? Because every one of us can have a bad day, and we can have, bad emotions, right? And mentally we may not feel very good positively. But if someone is long term in this, usually there is a there is a likelihood that some evil spirits may be behind. And for those people who are spiritual and you're seeing these signs, he's trying to tell you or confirm your suspicions. Yeah. Stephanie again dreamt this many times, being handed a sport Caucasian child. All right, being handed a sport Caucasian child. Now, it may be, all right, a dream from your past olden times, past life, or something like that. Or now you also have to ask yourself. Now, a lot of these dreams, let's say you have all these funny dreams. For example, a special dream I can mention is like when people see snakes. Snakes can be special, or it can be snakes can be either special or it can be danger. Now, everything depends on what your brain might associate snakes with. Now, in general, for Indians, when they dream of snakes, it is a good omen to them. In general, especially when they dream of cobra, because some of their deities are associated with snakes, and snakes are a good omen. But for many people associate snakes with negativity. So if you see snakes in your dreams, it's equivalent to seeing monsters. All right. So a good thing that we want to ask ourselves when we have special dreams, right? And it's very memorable, yeah, and it felt very real, and you are trying, you would like to interpret it. Of course, in today's world, a lot of people will go and Google, and some of it can give you some valid answers. Now, some of it may be contextual because, like the snake thing, in different cultures, right, in different people's beliefs, it may mean good or bad. So you have to ask yourself, whatever you dream, does it mean a good thing or bad thing? And what I'm trying to illustrate over here is also for everyone to understand that there may be dangerous dreams whereby evil spirits are involved. All right, and I'm giving this talk because I get a lot of clients. All right, of course, a lot of clients who eventually need my spiritual help for me to do spiritual cleansing and that sort of things. They have a lot of this type of dreams. All right, and those that are very tricky are those who are lover in marriage, because to untie this bond, it can be very tricky. All right, because once you're in this bond, like the book by the other Havelock, if I'm not wrong, Saving Mary, she went through repeated exorcisms, and it keep coming back because the bond was not broken. Right, the marriage bond of a soul to the demon is a demon lord, demon king, one of the most famous demon lord, demon king, right, was not undone. So she keeps getting repossessed. All right, Ragnar said, no, Cordy's book is beautiful. Thank you. I'm glad you read it. And John, that time I had this dream for chasing monster, I feel enjoyable, like children playing tag. It's a strange kind of pleasure, felt like a form of entrapment. I'm fearful I may get attached to this experience. All right. Now, it's good that we do not. Now, even though we are playing a good guy, we're going after monsters. It's good that we do not derive joy from causing harm or that kind of thing. It's never a good thing. All right, even though it's being done on something that is like monsters or ghosts or demons, it's not a good thing. And John is right to feel this way. All right, so John, keep it that way. Even if you are learning right? How to protect yourself, how to deal with evil spirits. We should never derive joy from it, all right? And those of you, if you are learning Infinity from us, right, whereby we teach people, we train people to do energy healing, including the spiritual healing that we do, including helping people deal with evil spirits and black magic. We don't derive joy from dealing with demons, and we do not inflict violence or inflict harm on them. All right, our way of Infinity is the way of light, it's a way of good values, and it's a way of healing. All right, in general, we heal the evil spirits. That's the way we do. All right, now we're kind of running out of time because we're covering a lot of specific stuff. Now, what's going to be important before we end is this. Now, if you're having a lot of these dreams, you need to verify whether the dream really has a message. Now, as a person, I'm very grounded, and so is Cordelia. We do not encourage people to speculate or over imagine or fantasize about your dreams. Yeah. So you're having some funny dream. If it's not repeated, maybe you can just, okay, it's just a dream. But if it's repeated, you may want to take note of it. Now, and if you feel very strongly about it, you may want to verify the message. And how can you verify? So typically, for those of you who are learning from us, we will teach you need to meditate to clarity. And where possible, all right, we do teach people meditations that make it better to verify, so that you need to verify in a state whereby you need to meditate and you need to enter energy state whereby you are surrounded by positive energies or positive divines or positive spirits. So you need to either meditate, or you need to pray, or you need to go to a place of prayer whereby the positive energies are very strong, and you need to pray or you need to meditate to verify the message that you think you've been getting from your dreams. It's very important to do that. Now, those of you, if you're learning Infinity, you know that there are other methods of doing that. Yeah, so you need to verify. Either you go to a place of worship and you spend enough time praying and meditating to verify it, or those of you, if you're learning from us, especially our practices, Unity Qigong, light meditation, non-attachment meditation, and prayers, if you've done properly, you can help verify the message. That means you need to enter meditative state, all right, or you need to pray and ask from your divine to try and give you confirmation. Is the message true or not? If not, take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah, take it with a pinch of salt. Now, last but not least, if you're having all these dangerous dreams, especially, how can we prevent it? Now, firstly, you depend on the situation. How bad is the situation? Now, if you're having these type of dreams, it can mean that you have evil spirits with you. So you may have to address the situation with the evil spirits. Now, some of you who have these type of dreams that you mentioned, you know that you are in a negative spiritual situation. Some people can feel the presence of the evil spirits is manifesting in different ways, not just mentally, emotionally, right? Some people even have poltergeistic activity in their homes, right? Experiencing all kind of funny stuff. I've been to many of these been doing many of these type of cases. Then, to prevent this from repeating, you need to address the negative or evil spirit situation. You need to find someone to deal with it, all right? Or you need to deal with it yourself. So you can go to some of our past videos. I may have some videos that talk about it, all right? Or you need to find someone who really knows how to deal with it. Now, the other thing is, so if the situation is very bad, you need to deal with the situation, deal with the evil spirits. Now, for a lot of people, when you first start having these dreams, the situation is not too bad yet. It's not too bad yet. So the earlier you deal with it, the better. So maybe you just need to go to your place of worship. For those of you who have religions and faith, go to a place of worship whereby the energies, the vibes are very positive. People are, you can tell that people there are mentally and emotionally positive. Right? Don't go to a place of worship where people like to bad mouth each other, and a lot of anger, all right, that is not good. Go to a place where people are really, mentally and emotionally positive. So they will have, then the presence of positive energies are strong there. Address it. So this is the traditional way. Or you do your meditation. Now, meditation and prayers at home, you do it early. So we actually have our own practices. So for those of you who are inclined and you don't mind checking it out, I do advise now. We have Unity Qigong, which help people release negative energies and to strengthen your positive energies. All right. Or we also have a light meditation, which strengthens your inner light, your chakras and your aura. It becomes very strong. All right. Or you have non-attachment meditation, whereby you let go of attachments. And the interesting thing is this, right? Many people who have entity attachments with them, they find that when they attend our non-attachment meditation, the entity attachments also get let go. All right, so because we are letting go of attachments, and even entity attachments can be let go during the non-attachment meditation. So those of you who are following us, and if you think you're having this type of dreams, you can attend our sessions. All right, you can attend our sessions, Unity Qigong Light Meditation, non-attachment meditation, so that you can prevent all the negative dreams. Yeah, so that you can prevent the negative dreams. So you're trying to strengthen your positive energies. Now, it is good to have this type of positive energy practices or religious practices. You may be doing your prayers. So if you're having all these bad dreams, it's good to do this type of practices before you go to bed. All right, the idea is before you go to bed, you strengthen your positive energies so that the evil spirits cannot get you in your dream. All right, so you strengthen and you'll be surrounded by aura of light, of positivity throughout the night. So it's actually very good to do some powerful meditation, good meditation, or prayers before you go to bed. Yeah, and highly recommend you all can learn our Unity Qigong light meditation or non-attachment meditation online for free, and this will really help. So a lot of our clients and followers, those who are regulars, they find that this helps. Okay, so all right. So with that, I believe we are done. Okay, so basically, some of you joined in late. No worries. This session is being recorded and it will be uploaded on the 1st of the next month. Normally, what happens is we normally have the spiritual questions answered on the 1st or 2nd Saturday of the month, and on the 1st of the following month, the video will be uploaded onto YouTube. So those who can attend live, of course, it's a much more enjoyable experience. You can interact with me directly. Those who cannot make it, you can still watch the recording. All right. So, and if you are interested, right, those of you who are interested, tomorrow night, same time, 9 p.m. Malaysian time, I'll be teaching Unity Qigong online. Yeah, it's Sunday night in Malaysia or in Asia, right? But same time, 9 p.m. Malaysia time, I'll be teaching Unity Qigong. And this is one of the methods that can help you prevent you from having bad dreams. Okay? And if you have private questions, you can still message me. You'll probably be able to find me as an admin in, my name is Kat, yeah, KVT, admin in the groups. You can contact me if you have questions about dreams. I will normally reply you whenever I'm free. But otherwise, I hope that this session is able to answer your questions about dreams. All right. Ragnar is saying I need to have a private session if possible. Sure, you just contact me and you can try to arrange a mutually available time. Okay, Stephanie says thanks again. Always interesting topics. Yes, welcome. So everyone, thank you for having me. If you feel you've benefited, please do make a donation to support our online events. Yeah. If you cannot afford to make a donation, it's free and it's okay, and you can ask your friends to attend too. Yeah, no problem. So thank you everyone. Have a good day, good night, and goodbye.